Hello everyone and welcome to PowerBITrek tutorial for data visualization. In this video, we will learn how we can create clustered column charts in Power BI. In previous video, we learned how to create stacked column charts with all formatting options. So please do check out the previous video of this playlist for stacked column charts. Also, we have created other playlist for DAX tutorial from basics to advanced. Here you will learn how you can create DAX functions, measures, calculated columns, and many more. Also, we have another playlist for end-to-end Power BI dashboard design and creation tutorial, in which we will learn how you can create a very interactive and dynamic dashboard for a given data set. So I'll be putting the link in the description box for these two playlists. So please do check out that. And also, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and share with your friends who want to learn Power BI and data analysis. Throughout our videos, we will teach you all aspects of Power BI, whether you are a beginner or experienced. We will learn everything from scratch with practical examples for each. So again, I would say please subscribe to the channel and stay updated for upcoming videos. So now let's get started. We will start creating the clustered column chart using the financial data as we already seen in the previous video that we created stacked column and bar chart, and we explored all the possible formatting options for that particular chart. So let me go ahead and show you what data I have loaded into Power BI. So I just open the data pane, and I'm gonna use the same data set which I used in this playlist, that is the financial data. So in order to get this data, please check my previous video in the playlist so that you will learn how you can get this financial data into Power BI. And also I'll be putting the link to this data set in description box. Please check out that link as well. So we have, let me show you the table view first. So if you're not check my previous video. So we have a sales data, gross sales and sales data, and the profit one, which is by segment, per country, and per product level. So we're gonna use this data set to create the clustered column chart, and we will see the total sales and the total profit amount for each segment or country or product level. So let me go ahead to the report view, and so I'll just bring one chart here. So let me bring the cluster bar chart and the blank, it's a blank chart, and I'll bring another that is column chart. So both are same actually. Only the difference is that data will be represented using the bar graphs here horizontally, and in column with clustered column chart, data will be represented using the columns. So we will just go ahead and check the clustered column chart here, and we will explore all the possible formatting options here so that you will learn everything uh, from like creating the column chart and formatting as per your design needs. So let me go ahead and let's see. Let's suppose if you want to see the sales amount, the total sales amount per country. So you can bring the sales amount to the y-axis. I just drag this to. So now you see one column we have created that shows the total sales. You can see the heading sum of sales, and you can see this y-axis range. So if you want to see that by country, per country the sales amount, so you can bring the country field to the x-axis. So now it is changed to the, like, it is showing the data per country, the sales, the total sales amount. So we have other fields in this chart, that is legend or small multiple. So we'll make use of legend here. Let's suppose if you want to see, let's suppose if you want to explore the other dimension in the data set, that the other dimension we have in our data is actually the product. We can look at the product level and we can look at the same segment level. So let me go ahead and bring segment to the region. So now the chart has been changed here, and you see we have a legend here, that is segment, channel partners, enterprise, and so on. And we are looking at the sum of sales, that is total sales by country and segment. And if you see these columns here, we have almost five columns for each country that represents the segment. So blue represents the channel partner, which actually shows the sum of sales for United States of America, and dark blue represents the enterprise, and so on. You can see small business has the highest sales for USA country, and if you see here for France country, the government segment has the highest sales amount. So this is how you can just understand your data by using the graphs and visualizing your data using the column or using the clustered column or stacked column charts. So it makes easy to understand the trends in your data using the data visualization techniques. So we will export the small multiple option here for this. So let's suppose we have created this chart, and if you want to see these trends per product level, we can bring this product dimension to the small multiples. So now it will be further divided into the product level, and we will this chart will keep one common axis, that is country, to all the graphs here, and you see it is divided into all products. So Amarilla has like, and it will be divided per segment as well and per country. So for Canada, it is showing this graph, and you see here Amarilla product and country Canada. The segment government has the highest, no, not the highest, okay, it's the highest sales. And here in this France country, government has the highest sales. So this is how you can go deeper and divide the data, and you can export the multiple dimensions using these options, that is x-axis, y-axis, region, and small multiples. Hope you understood this, how we can use the clustered column chart, and how we can look at the trends in our data using these options. So in order to export the formatting options, how we can format these charts, I will just keep this to region level. I'll just remove the product here, and we will format this chart using the available options. So we will just create uh, more look and feel to the chart, and as per your design needs you can modify everything. So let's suppose if you want to increase the font size of this x-axis, headings, titles, and the country titles, the segment title or chart title or any data range. So you can do that using the formatting options. So I'll just select this chart and go to the formatting options. So you can just click on the format your visual. So here I'll click. So under visual, and we have two categories, that one is visual and general. So under visual, you will get all these options to format your chart. So as we already saw that in previous video, how we can modify it or formatted our stacked column charts. So similarly, you can do so using these options. So let's suppose if you want to modify or change the x-axis elements, that is, we have country names and the title for this. We can change it using exploring the x-axis. So under this, you will find the values and title and layout options. So under values, you can change the font size of the this country name. So if I increase this, it will increase, and you can change the font as well. So I'll just keep this one. And if you want to change the color of this text, you can do so using the color palette available. So I'll change this color to this one. So now color has been changed here, and you can see the title option. So Power BI will take it automatically, depending upon your column name. which is we have country name here, so it is showing the country, and you can change as per your needs. So uh, you can change or you can keep it automatically, or you can change as per your need. So other options, we have a font and font size. You can change the font size also. Sorry, font also. I will choose this one again. So now this has been changed. I'll keep the same, and you can increase the size of the font. You can increase the font size of the title, and you can make it bold, italic, or underlined. You can explore all these options. And if you want to change the text color, you can do so using the color palette. So I'll choose this color. And under layout option, you have a minimum category width. So that is 20 pixel. It will be set by default. So you don't have to change anything here. So we have explored the x-axis, how we can change and format this. So we will look at the y-axis element, how we can format this y-axis element here. So under that, for that, you need to go to the y-axis. So autom so the Power BI automatically generates the range for your columns. So we have a range from 0 million to 14 million here, and it's showing the auto. You can change it by using like just entering the numbers. Let's suppose you want to see from 2 million, you can just type 2, and you can set the maximum value here, and you can change the range of this graph. So under that, okay. So next one, we have a values option. So if you want to change the font and font size of this element, you can change using this option. So you can change this to this one, and the font has been changed, and you increase the size of the font. No, so now see, now the size of the font is increased here, and you can change the color also as well. So I'll select this one, and the display units. It should Power BI will take it automatically as per your data, and if you want to change it to, if you want to make it to the thousands, millions, billions, and trillions, you can change it using the drop down list under display units. So now it is under millions. Actually, it's auto taken, so you can change as per your need. You can change the value decimal places here. If your data range is in decimal places, you can change that using this field. So now it is taking automatically. So the next option, the last option we have, that is title for our y-axis. So Power BI taking it automatically, which is actually the sales, the sum of sales. We have a sales field, that's why it's taking it sum of sales. You can change it as per your need, and you can change the font and the font size similarly, and you can make it bold, italic, and underline. You can change the color using this color palette. So I'll select this one. I'll change this to this. So now we done with the y-axis, and if you want to make, if you want to format the legend titles here, that is segment, you can do that using the legend option here. So you can change the position of this legend. So now it is top left. You can see it's the top left, or you can make it center. Now the position of this has been changed to the center. You can do so using this option. Under text, you can change the size of the font. You can change the font size here and the font. I will just use this one, and I'll increase the font size to 12. Similarly, you can make it bold, italic, underline, and you can change the color. Also, we have a title option, that is segment. By default, it is taken by Power BI. So we have a segment field for legend. So it is taking the segment. You can keep this on, or you can keep this off. So I'll just make it on. So the next option, we have a grid lines. So every chart will have a grid lines here. If you see this dotted, almost it is invisible, the dotted lines. So these are the grid lines. So you can format these as well using this option. And you can keep this off as well. So it will get disappear. And if you want to set the grid lines, you can just make it on. You can change the style, dotted, solid. We have three options, that is solid and dashed. So let's keep dashed and we will change the color a bit here. And now you see it's not completely visible, and you can change the width size here also of this. So now it will become, so we'll keep this one and we'll change the color to this. So this is how you can format the grid lines. So the next option we have, that is zoom slider. By default, it will be off. Let's say if you want to add a zoom in, zoom out option to the to your chart, you can do so using the zoom slider option. So if I on this, you'll see you'll get one option zoom slider here, and you can just drag this and you can zoom your chart. Zoom. So I'll keep this on for now. And the next option we have, that is columns. So these columns, we can format these columns as well. So under columns you can apply settings to any series, like uh, by default it will be all, or you can select any of the segment. So let's say if you want to change the color of this bar, this one is small business, so I'll just select the small business. So let's suppose if you want to change the color of this small business, you can do so using just under this apply settings. You need to set the small business and click on the color palette, and we'll select this color for this one. So now only one column color has been changed here, and you can set the border as well if you need. So you can just click on the border on, and you can just modify the color of the border and the bead. So I'll just keep this off. And similarly, you can apply all the settings like to all the columns, or you can select particular column using the drop down list. So the next option we have data labels. So by default, it will be off. So if you want to see the values of each column, you can keep this data label on, and you will see the values on the top of these columns, every column, which will show you the total amount for that particular column. So you see here it is almost 11.5 million, and you can keep this and you can format this as well by using apply settings to series. So you can keep this for all, you can keep this particular segment name. So under that you have options also, and if you want to keep this horizontally, you can keep this, or you can keep the vertical. So it will change as vertical, and position you can change inside outside of the column columns. So if you want to keep this inside, it will be kept inside like this. So this is how you can just modify as per your design needs using these options. And title, we have already the title off and title on. So under data labels, we have other options like values. If you want to change the size of these values here, if you see, you can increase the font size and fonts and the color as well. And you can select the display units as like multiple, like decimal places. You can change that if your value has a decimal places. You can round up the values here. So we have a detail option. The next option is detail. and by default it will be off only, so you don't have to do anything here. So the next option we have a background. So if you want to add a background to your values, you can do so using this background option under the data labels. So if you click on this, so it will add a background to these numbers, to these values. So you can change it, change the color of these also using these options. So I use this one. So we have a next option after data label, the plot area background. So under plot area background, if you want to add any background to your chart using image only, so you can do so. So for example, I will show you how we can do that. I have this image, and if you want to change it to this one, you can use this option to change the you can use any background image if you want to add into your chart, so you can do so using this one. So for now, I will just remove this one and keep this as it is. So we have explored all the possible options for under visual tab here for formatting our chart. So we will look at the general options to format the chart here. So we have a first option, that is properties. So by default, like you can change this and you can change the height of the chart and anything. So it will change the height or it will change the width of this. So you can do so using manual options here. So next option we have, that is title. So by default, it is taking sum of sales by country and segment if you see. So if you want to change, you can change it just typing here. So I'll just make it sales by country and segment. And you can change the font and the font size as well. And you can make it bold, italic, and underline. And here also you can change the color of this font. And if you want to make it at center alignment, you can do that using these options. So the next option we have, that is effect. So under effect, we have options like changing the background of this chart. So in plot area background, we saw that we can use the image to change our background. So under general tab effects, you can change it by color. So if you want to apply any color to this background, so you can use this option, and now it is white color. And if you want to change this to this one, it will apply this color to your chart. So this one bit faint, and you can increase the transparency a bit. Let's say I'll use 50. So now you see this looking more beautiful than the earlier. And under effects, you have other options, that is visual border and shadow. So if you want to apply a border to complete chart, you can do so using this option. So if you on this, it will, now you see the border has been applied to the chart. And if you want to have a shadow to your chart, you can do so using this option. So now you see the shadow has been applied. So it looks more beautiful if you apply these settings. So it depends on your design needs, how you want. So you can do so using these options. So let's say under that we have options to make it to change the color of the border or make it to rounded corners. And if you want the rounded corners, you can just increase the pixel size. Let's say I'll keep it 10. So now you see the rounded corners have been added here to your chart. Select this one. I'll keep it 5. And under shadow option, you can change the color of the shadow here, and you can change the offset as well. Now it is outside. If you want inside, you can keep this inside, so it will go inside. And If you want to change the position, now it is bottom right position. If you want to change the position of this shadow, you can change using these options. So let's say if I want top left, so it will be added at the top left. So this is all that under effects we will have three options. The sub option, that is background, visual border and shadow. And we have header icons as well. Let's suppose if you want to format these header options here, you can use this option using the header icon. So now the icon color is black. If you want to change it to blue, so now the color has been changed to this, and you can change the background as well. You can change the border as well. So if you want the background this type, so you can do so using these options. Tooltips we will learn in other videos separately in detail how tooltips can be used in our Power BI report. So this is all for clustered column chart, and we explored the formatting options. I hope this tutorial helps you to format your stacked or clustered column charts as per your design needs. So this is all for today. We learn how we can create the clustered column chart using the data set and how we can modify this, how you can format the chart with all possible options we explored. So if you seriously like this video, I would request you to subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna put multiple videos on other visuals in Power BI. Please stay tuned for this, and please do share with your friends so that everybody can learn Power BI, how to build Power BI dashboards and uh, the the visuals in Power BI. So thank you.